It's Friday, and that means we are covering the courts, letting you know what cases we'll be watching in the upcoming week and what we think you should also be keeping an eye on this week. We're starting out in Oconee County, so take a look. In Oconee County, Braxton Earl goes to trial for murder. Investigators say back in August 2021, Earl shot 62-year-old Richard Dennis Keese and left him in the middle of the road near Seneca. Now, Earl was 27 years old when he was arrested, and if he's found guilty, well, then he could spend the rest of his life behind bars. And now in Cherokee County, Christopher Chad Duncan will be in court. Duncan is facing a murder charge for the 2019 drowning death of Justin Cash. Duncan and Cash knew each other, and Duncan initially gave several statements to investigators about what happened. Take a look at our coverage from 4 years ago to see what led Cherokee County deputies to become suspicious enough to arrest Duncan.
The Broad River that flows through Cherokee County seems peaceful. But Justin Cash would spend some of his last moments here in an area known as Goat Island.
It's a pretty popular stretch of river, people going fishing and boating. They were rafting.
Major Richard Turner with the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office is referring to Justin Cash and Christopher Duncan.
We began taking statements from Mr. Duncan and witness statements. He gave us several inconsistent statements, and then also based on the witness statements. We had to wait to receive information from the pathologist.
Right now, it's not clear exactly what happened there. A preliminary investigation noted Justin Cash's death as a drowning, which is the cause of death.
Mr. Duncan was with Mr. Cash. They were alone. They were together.
But now the manner of death is homicide, and Christopher Duncan is charged with murder.
We were able to determine that there's probable cause.
Investigators say the two went to the river, but something went wrong.
They were together when the incident happened, and so he was there originally as giving us the information as to what happened.
Justin Cash's father, William Cash, released this statement. He was part of me. He was my only child. Right now, we're relying on our faith. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to go through. He was my darling, beautiful boy. Justin was so kind-hearted. We're so grateful to family and friends for their prayers and support.
No case is ever exactly the same. That's why our investigators are to have to be diligent and just seeking out every avenue.
If found guilty, Duncan could also be spending the rest of his life behind bars. But of course, we'll keep you updated on both of those cases here on Covering the Courts. We also want to update you on a case from last week, this one involving the parties in the Rockstar Cheer lawsuit. A judge has gone ahead and approved that extension for the deadlines they have coming up before a trial can begin. So at this point, the earliest we could see the Rockstar case in federal court is next summer. But of course, if you want more details on that, or if you want to see any of our other Covering the Courts episodes, just go to foxcarolina.com and make sure you check back next week when we're going to cover the courts again and give you updates on all of this week's cases.
Thanks for watching Fox Carolina News. Watch us live wherever you are, on our mobile, on our streaming news app, and you can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.